Hi guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today we're actually going to be building a whole dorm building in the Sims 4 Discover University. So we're building this in Britechester in Foxbury campus. So even though the world is called Britechester, this is actually going to be in the Foxbury campus area. It's going to be for the University of Foxbury, or I guess its proper name is Foxbury Institute. But this will be for my Rebuild Britechester project, so this will be in my save file eventually whenever I'm done with that, which will probably be next year this time, honestly. But yeah, so this is for my save file, so I didn't restrict my pack usage or anything like that. I did just use whatever I wanted to use. And you guys will notice that there's actually 10 bedrooms in this dorm building. All of them are single bedrooms. There's no shared bedrooms or anything like that. I figured this would probably be the more luxurious one of the two dorm rooms, or not dorm rooms but dorm buildings, I guess. But basically, so I figured this would be where the more richer, either richer Sims or either the upperclassmen would probably stay. So all of the bedrooms in this lot are single dorm rooms. But they're not all that big. There's actually two bigger dorm rooms on the first floor of this building, since it is a double story, like you guys could probably tell. And I figured those would probably be for the student advisors, or maybe they're just upperclassmen, or maybe they're just the richest, or their parents made huge donations to the school or something, and they have the biggest rooms or something like that. But basically, I figured this dorm room would be the more luxurious one of the two, since it does have its own cafeteria area, it has its own laundry room, and it has a bunch of space for common space, common areas where Sims can throw parties and gather and stuff like that. But yeah, this dorm building does have, like I said, 10 bedrooms, and it has 6 bathrooms. So upstairs there's 4 bathrooms, so they basically have to share 2 Sims to a bathroom. And then downstairs, the 2 downstairs rooms actually both have their own en-suites. They're kind of more like suites in themselves. They have a little kitchenette area, they have a little living room in them and everything like that. So they have a proper separated bedroom, so they're kind of mini apartments, I suppose. Whereas the bedrooms on the second floor all have, shared bathrooms, 2 Sims to a bathroom, and the rooms aren't all that big. The upstairs rooms are actually, there's 8 of them, and 4 of them, the ones in the corners, are a little bit bigger than the 4 that are right in the middle. So again, I thought they would be maybe for older students, or maybe your Sim just got lucky and they got a bigger bedroom. But yeah, so this is built on the Briny Tower lot. So if you're looking at the map, I believe it's the one on the right. But yeah, basically it's the Briny Towers lot, and I actually renamed it to Atlantic Towers, or Atlantic Tower, I think, as you guys could probably already tell from the thumbnail and the screenshot and the title of the video. But yeah, I renamed this lot mainly because I tend to have a hard time pronouncing Briny, and I just didn't want to keep pronouncing it for my save file. So yeah, I renamed the lot. I probably won't rename the other one, but yeah, this one I renamed, and it is up on the gallery if you guys do want to download it. I will leave a direct download link in the description as well to the online gallery website if that's easier for you guys. You can also search for Rebuild Britechester, ChrissieYT, or you can search for hashtag ChrissieYT or hashtag ChrissieYork. That'll work as well. So yeah, I thought I should mention just that at the beginning, or more at the beginning of the video, in case I just forget to mention it. But yeah, all of that stuff that you can search and everything is always written in the description if you guys want to check that out, if you're ever not sure about how to find some of my stuff. But yeah, we've moved on to furnishing the interior of this build, and I did cut out a few parts of this, me picking wallpapers, flooring, stuff like that, boring stuff like that. I also cut out me doing the bathrooms, since they're very small, they're very repetitive, and they're literally dorm bathrooms, so there's nothing special about them. The upstairs one are The upstairs bathrooms are kind of laid out a little bit differently than I would have thought to do it myself. I did actually look at some dorm layout pictures on Google. I just googled dorm layouts, and these were like mock-ups of, I don't think they're real dorms, I think they're just mock-ups or something. But basically the bathrooms upstairs, there's 2 sinks outside of the bathroom in like this little partition area, and then the bathrooms themselves are just a shower and a toilet, which I thought was a really cool layout since there is 2 Sims sharing a bathroom. Now there's 2 sinks outside the bathroom, and then they just share the toilet and the shower. And then the ones downstairs, like I said, are en suites, and they all just have showers and toilets and everything like that in them. So I did cut that out. They're all very boring. I believe they're already furnished, so you guys might see them as we're furnishing the rest of the build. But yeah, downstairs we have obviously the laundry room, we have the little cafeteria area that we've already built, and then we have this kind of like gathering area with a ping pong table, some stereos, a bunch of different seating areas. I do add a juice keg right here underneath the mailboxes. And then this area that's kind of like a little hallway, I just turned into a little bit of a makeshift library. I just stacked those 2 bookcases, and then I end up adding in another like bar table with three seats that your Sims can just sit at. Maybe they want some place to read or do their homework or something like that. Or I don't know why they would have that, since they all have desks in their rooms. But I just figured it's a nice way to fill up space. So yeah, that's basically my idea behind that. And then we have obviously the laundry room that I believe we'll be decorating right after this. Now the upstairs area, the like common upstairs area, there's obviously the bedrooms, and then there's this really big common area right down the middle that has 2 TVs on both ends, and then it has some couches and stuff like that. I also end up adding like a common kitchenette area, even though they do have the cafeteria like station isn't always open. So upstairs in that common area I add a little kitchenette. So there's basically just a fridge, not a mini fridge, an actual like full-sized fridge. And then I end up adding a microwave, a sink, and some cabinets and everything like that. And I believe I add a coffee machine as well upstairs. So I figured that area would probably be for the like students upstairs. And then also the 4 rooms in the middle, the smaller ones that I mentioned, I didn't put a mini fridge in any of them yet. And the ones on the ends of the building, the corner rooms, basically the bigger rooms, all have their own mini fridges. I did put that in, but the other ones don't. So I figured they would probably share the like common kitchenette area, or your Sims can buy them and put them in their rooms if they can find space. But yeah, so I already mentioned that this would be for my save file, and I mentioned that because I will have Sims living in this dorm. Now the reason I thought I should mention that is if you want your Sims to come and live in this dorm with, once the save file is out, obviously the one on the gallery, the build on the gallery, doesn't have Sims living in it. But if you download my save file ever, and you want your Sims to live here and you move them in, they will be combined with my Sims. So their households will be combined. So that's just a little heads up. Now this lot in the like original EA save, they already have a Sim living here. They have, I believe his name is Cameron Fletcher. He's already living here. He's one of the guys from the trailer actually. And he's already living here. And I thought, why not build a room with him in mind, and then combine his like household with 3 of my own Sims for the save file. So the 3 roommates that I actually uploaded yesterday, the Foxbury Roommates, so Derek, Adrian, and I believe her name was Rosemary, those 3 roommates will also be living in this dorm room. Now the 2 rooms that I'm furnishing first, the 2 bigger ones downstairs, are actually for Derek. This one is Derek's, and then the other one will be for Adrian. His room is a little bit more toned down. Derek is obviously a computer science major, so he's really into gaming and robotics and stuff like that. So I put a bunch of robotics and gaming posters and stuff like that all over his like dorm space. And then Adrian is in the economics major, but he also loves gaming. All three of them are geniuses, the ones that I created. So they're all geniuses. They're all really into gaming and stuff like that. I thought they would all be friends as well. So they do quite a few things together, like game and I don't know, maybe work on robotics or stuff like that. But yeah, Adrian is in the economics major, so his room doesn't have as many like video game like hobby type stuff, like merchandise I guess, or knickknacks or stuff like that. And then upstairs, since I mentioned there will be 4 Sims living here, obviously my 3 Sims and then Cameron, and upstairs the other 2, Rosemary will be in one of the corner rooms as well as Cameron. So those are the only 4 bedrooms that I really furnished and personalized, I guess, the ones downstairs and then 2 of the ones upstairs. So overall there's like 4 other dorm rooms. No, not 4, 6 actually. Yeah, there can be 10 roommates living, 10 Sims living on this lot. So yeah, there's 6 other bedrooms that will just populate with random townies from the world. If you play in this house, or like, not house, I keep wanting to call it a house, it's a dorm building, but yeah, if you play in this dorm and with these Sims, there will be 6 other random roommates generated by the game. And the 6 other bedrooms that are empty, I didn't leave them completely empty. I added all of the regular dorm kind of stuff. I added a bookcase and a desk, and they all have built-in like wardrobes. All of the rooms upstairs actually have built-in wardrobes, so I didn't have to add a dresser or anything like that. But they all have beds and beds and desks, and obviously nightstands and a bookcase. And that's the only like personalized things that I added upstairs to the like empty bedrooms. And then the 2 other ones that are also corner bedrooms, the bigger ones, they also have their own mini fridges in them already, but you can take them out or do whatever you want with these rooms if you guys want to play in this lot or anything like that. But yeah, I hope all of that made sense. I don't know why I'm like so all over the place with this voiceover, but I hope some of that made sense to you guys and you could actually understand what I was talking about. I hope I didn't confuse you too much. But yeah, I also gave this lot some lot traits. I gave it some lot traits that I thought would be kind of fitting for the kind of lot that I thought it would be, or the kind of Sims that I thought would, stay here. So I gave it the fast internet lot trait, which kind of made sense to me. I think a lot of the lots in my save file for Foxbury especially will have the fast internet lot trait, since it is supposed to be a very high-tech modern campus. So it has the fast internet lot trait. It also has the convivial lot trait and the party place lot trait. So yeah, that kind of goes hand in hand with the idea that I had of this being for the richest students or the upperclassmen or something like that. Sims that like throwing parties, they like gathering, so there's a lot of like party space in this build. So yeah, this would be the perfect place to throw a juice kegger or something. But yeah, so those are the lot traits that I gave this lot. And something else totally random that I wanted to mention, since I don't know how many of you guys, build or like are really into building, but that red shelf that you saw me using a little while ago, I will leave a link down in the description where you can download that. But basically, if you guys are new to the channel, that red shelf is a CC item that I just use to clutter up my builds. Now, I don't leave it in my builds, so none of my builds have custom content in them or anything like that. I just use it to place clutter more precisely. And when the patch came out on Tuesday, that shelf actually broke. So me trying to build the past like 3 or 4 days without that has been so hard. I've been using that shelf for so long that I almost forgot how annoying it was basically to clutter without it. So I'm really glad that's been fixed. It actually kept crashing the game and everything like that, and the creator updated it, but it still crashed a few of our games and my game as well. So what I ended up actually doing, it had to do with the amount of slots that it has. So what I ended up doing is just going into Sims 4 Studio and deleting some of the slots myself. But since then, they've actually updated it again to have fewer slots so that it won't crash, people's games. So if you guys are builders and you don't know this and you do use the red shelf, it has been updated if you want to, re-download it to use it again. And I will leave like the updated download link in the description if you guys want to grab that. But yeah, we've already finished with Rosemary's room. Her room is a little bit more dark and a little bit more black and white, kind of like monochrome, whereas the rest of the bedrooms in this dorm are all very colorful, like red and yellow, very Foxbury themed. Hers is a little bit more like toned down black and white, since she is in the villainy major, so she's not the nicest sim either. She's actually evil, so yeah, I figured she would have a little bit more of a goth kind of room. She wouldn't be too into school spirit, and she's wearing a lot of red as her outfits, but she doesn't really want to decorate her room that way. And the last bedroom that we just decorated was actually for Cameron, so the 𝘰𝘮𝘬𝘭𝘰𝘢. And yeah, his room is just fairly basic. I didn't overly clutter or decorate it, but I do like the way it turned out. And now we've just moved on to like furnishing the common areas. I did cut out me furnishing all of the other bedrooms, since like I said, they all have the exact same things in them, so you're not really missing anything. But yeah, these couches that we got with this pack, I don't know how I feel about them. I mean, I probably won't use them all that much. Build mode in the build buy items in this pack are all really nice. I love all of the build buy items. A lot of the stuff I will use a lot for a lot of different builds, but those couches are just, they look quite uncomfortable, if I'm honest. I know they're supposed to be modern and everything like that, but they look really uncomfortable. So I don't know how often I'll use them for like regular houses. For community loss, they could work really well, and I'll probably use them a lot for stuff like that. And even for like this, what I did there, where I created my like own sectional couch, like L-shaped couch, that's really great. They work really well for that. But as regular like family home couches, I don't know how well they'll be for that. But yeah, so that's one of the things that I just thought I'd mention. I love that a lot of the things in this pack, especially with Creator Sim, I know we're not in Creator Sim right now, but I thought I should mention it. Especially in Creator Sim, a lot of the items, or like I think most of the items actually, they all come with plain black and white swatches. I think the same can be said for build mode. Obviously there are a few items that don't come in those colors, but most of the items all have a plain black and a plain white swatch, which is really great. A lot of builders have been asking for stuff like that for so long. I've been asking, just when we get new furniture, even if the furniture themselves are, very out there and very kind of specialized and meant to be to a certain theme, please just add a plain black and white, since that adds so much versatility to stuff. You can use a black and a white for so many different kinds of builds and styles of builds. So I'm really glad that, at least with this pack, they've seemed to have really listened to that and they've really paid attention to it. So that's really great. And with this pack, the wood tones all match the pack furniture, so that's really great. The wood tones don't really match too many of the already in-game furniture, but that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, this build is almost done, so I hope you guys like how this turned out. If you did enjoy this build, give it a like, and if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see more Sims 4 content, including some more university content and a bunch of other just fun Sims related stuff, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and remember to turn on the notification bell to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having an absolutely amazing day, and I will talk to you all in my very next video. Bye guys!